As Peng Ya take the sword, a blue light covers the whole palace. The lady noticed the spirit of the divine white tiger and was amazed to see that a mere disciple was able to harness the true power of the White Emperor of the West. She then quickly orders her ghouls to eliminate the boy. As her order, the 3 ghouls rushed to attack the Peng Ya. As Peng Ya see the ghouls coming towards him, he released his sword key and the ground shatters, killing all the ghouls. The lady was shocked that her ghouls were taken out in a single attack. Master Oh Hang noticed something was going wrong and tried to stop Peng Ya. But Peng Ya lost his mind and attacked the master. Master Oh Hang then told him to put down the sword and regain his sense, or else his bones and flesh will dissolved by the white tiger. But Peng Ya was already been taken over by the white tiger spirit. Peng Ya then attacks Master Oh Hang. Master Oh Hang shouted that if he is not able to wake up from the gasp of white tiger spirit, nobody is able to stop the rampage of the white tiger. The lady then sees an opening and tries to kill Peng Ya, but he noticed the lady's energy and attack her. The lady then blocked the attack with her side and take a step back, and attack him with her 2 sides and inflict a wound on Peng Ya. Peng Ya then slashed the lady and forced him to fall back. Peng Ya then fell on his knees and he feel that his vital energy has been drained because of the wound that the lady gave him. He also regained his consciousness and was not able to feel the energy of the white tiger. The lady see this and laugh and thinks that this is the best time to kill him. As she going to attack, Master of Sword of Nothingness, Mok Young Jin come and said to stop. As the lady see Young Jin, she orders her ghouls to take the other 3 divine swords and leave this place. The lady then mocks Young Jin, then the divine swords were stolen in front of his eyes and he able to do nothing. But Master Young Jin did not care but the lady's words and told Peng Ya to let go of the sword if he cannot control the sword's power. The lady gets angry by the ignorance of the Master Young Jin and unleashed her aura and tries to kill Peng Ya. As Master Young Jin was about to save Peng Ya, the deity of the Plum Blossom Sword, OK Hyo Jinin come and stop him and told him as the young disciple is struggling to handle his powers, even he falls into hardship, do not help him, and just watch and see that his fate will be. Peng Ya was able to bring out the full power of the white tiger and his hair turns white and eyes turns golden. His aura was manifested as a big white tiger much bigger than the lady's aura. A blue light covers the sky. Then we can see Peng Ya and his child from talking to his master. As his master bids him farewell, he wakes up and saw the 2 masters of Mount Hua. But Master Young Jin put his back to sleep by press his head. The masters of Mount Hua was shocked to see that he is still alive as his bones and flesh are being destroyed. Then Master Jinin tells that the white tiger spirit has accepted him as its master and told Young Jin to convene the council of elders. That they need to send Peng Ya along with the white tiger sword down the mountain. While Peng Ya was sleeping, in his dreams he heard a voice saying him to clear your mind and slowly feel the energy. Peng Ya then feel a strange but a familiar energy and in his dream he saw a huge white tiger. Then he wake up and saw that Master Jinin is beside him and was checking on his energy circulation. As soon as Peng Ya properly see the elder, he quickly sit and greets the elder. The elder then slimes at Peng Ya and asked him if he feels any discomfort or anything different than usual in his chest. Peng Ya answered that he is still confused about it but he does not feel any major discomfort. Then the elder tell Peng Ya about the white tiger spirit and was impressed to see that it does not clashes with Peng Ya's inner energy. The elder also asked Peng Ya if it is a secret technique that he learned from his master. He replied that it is indeed a technique that he learned from his master and the name of the technique is Purple Cloud's True Spirit. The elder then laughs and advises Peng Ya to follow his master's teachings even he has to go down the mountain. By hearing this, Peng Ya's face turns pale and he answered yes in a scared voice. The elder then shouted on Peng Ya that how dare he use the divine sword and a forbidden swordsmanship. Then Peng Ya quickly asked for forgiveness and wants a chance to resign. The elder said it is misunderstanding and he is not driving Peng Ya out. Rather, he is giving him a very important mission to find the 3 divine swords. Peng Ya then goes to Master Oh Hang and asked him how can he do this task, but Oh Hang replied that it is decided by the council and he no right to do anything, and that he hand over the white tiger sword to Peng Ya and also give him a token of Mount Hua, and said by showing this token to the Xiaoqian Hall they will support him with equipments. Master Oh Hang also give him a set of clothes and said his farewell to Peng Ya. Peng Ya then take the wooden box in his back and starts to walk down the mountain. He walked for a day and crossed many hills in a village, and in the night time he decides to take a rest in the woods. This is his first night spending in the martial world. While he was drinking water from a pond, a pack of wolves come in front of him. Peng Ya was scared to see so many hungry wolves approaching him. As Peng Ya removes the lid of the wooden box, a huge white tiger aura appears. By seeing this, the wolves run away. Peng Ya also said the white tiger sword for saving him. In the meanwhile, a guy with a long white hair and hood over his head comes before of Peng Ya and said him thanks for driving the wolves away, and also questioned Peng Ya that who was he able to scare the wolves. By seeing the man, Peng Ya know that he is not someone ordinary, as Peng Ya was unable to feel his presence at all. Peng Ya then replied the man that he don't know anything. But the man noticed that there is a great sword behind Peng Ya, and asked him if the sword was the one to drive the wolves away. The man then wishes to see the sword, but Peng Ya refused to show him. Then in a flash the man take the sword out and box and holds it in his hand. The man quickly recognizes the white tiger sword and says it is as the greatest of all the 4 divine swords. Peng Ya that tried to catch the man, but the man dodged and Peng Ya fell in the pond. The white hair man then says only the master of the white sword and touch the sword. The man also says that if the sword is touched by any other person, that person would go insane. This sword can take lives. As the man was talking, he noticed that Peng Ya has incredible inner energy. By seeing this, the man has taken interest on Peng Ya. The man then walks on the water and goes near Peng Ya and slashes the sword on the water. The water then goes and he says to Peng Ya to make a fire to cook the fish. Peng Ya was impressed by this and asked the man about his identity. The man identifies him as the supreme disciple of the white tiger sword. Peng Ya then calls the man as his master. The man then burst into laughs and said, "You are calling the man who steals your sword, master?" The man that questioned Peng Ya, "Is the martial arts world amusing to you?" The man then says, "From now on, whenever the white tiger sword is seen, hordes of enemies and masters will come rushing. Will you accept all of them as your master?" He also says, "From the moment you step out of Mount Hua clan with the white tiger sword, both inside and outside are your enemies." Then we can see at Mount Hua sect, leader Qian Huajin orders his underlings to retrieve the white tiger sword from Peng Ya and kill him. The white hair man also says to Peng Ya that the news of the 4 divine swords will spread all over the martial arts world. The people will be targeting you for have the divine sword. Will you be able to endure all the trouble for having this sword, and stand above the world? By hearing the words of the man, Peng Ya was a little puzzled. But the man makes an angry face and says, "If you can lift this sword you have to go beyond the world." Peng Ya replied by saying yes. By addressing the man his master, Peng Ya said that he will follow all his commands. The man said Peng Ya not to call him master, as taking a disciple is very bothering, so he suggests Peng Ya to call him elder. The man then give the sword back to Peng Ya and said, "At first they will start from the basics of the sword." The elder then ordered Peng Ya to make food for him. He told Peng Ya to cut the fish with the sword. After that Peng Ya cut the fish. The elder also ordered Peng Ya to cut apples for him. Peng Ya shows great determination and does all tasks ordered by the elder. 3 days has passed. In this 3 days the elder noticed that Peng Ya's inner ki is as vast as the ocean, but it is as silent as a lake. The white sword does not suit Peng Ya's style. The elder ordered Peng Ya to catch 10 turkeys within an hour. The elder thought that Peng Ya will refuse to do the work, but Peng Ya rushed to the woods to catch the turkeys. The elder was impressed to see the determination of Peng Ya to learn from him. The elder then takes the sword in his hand and starts to mark something in the ground. At evening Peng Ya come from his mission but was able to catch one turkey. The elder said he does not need the turkeys, and ordered Peng Ya where he is standing. Peng Ya saw some markings on the ground and asked the elder what is the marking about. The elder replied that this is called Yuljibeek. The elder also accepts Peng Ya as his disciple. Peng Ya's new master then starts his first lesson called Jiamgung Hobo. This is a technique that draws enormous amount of energy from the white tiger sword. The master that starts to demonstrate the skill and told Peng Ya to watch closely. The master then stuck the sword in the ground and the marks start to light up. Master told Peng Ya that Geumganghobo emphasizes on attack rather than defense. He also starts to explain the movements. First, crouching like a predator hunting on its prey. Focus your inner power into your toe and wait for an opening. By saying this, the master starts to move at a very fast rate. The first step is to imagine. The second is to consider yin and yang energy in mind. The next is to run like a gust like a tiger. As the master jump, an enormous white tiger appears from his aura. Peng Ya seems to recognizes the tiger as the same tiger he saw when he was unconscious. The master continues his speech. If you follow the line, you can change directions smoothly. And when your body is full of inner power and your white tiger sword accepts it, you will notice yourself light enough to walk on water. The last step is right in front of the target is to crouch and focus your inner power into your toe and then eject all your energy like an explosion and end your target's lifeline with all that agility. The master then slashes the big tree into two. And then look at Peng Ya and throw the sword at him and said him to do the same. Peng Ya then picked the sword with great determination and starts to perform the technique.